Okay, guys, so let's start with some organizational stuff. So how we're going to organize and manage the whole course this semester. As you already got to know, well, nothing is as it seems, or there's no business as usual. So business as usual would of course be lectures on Wednesday and the tutorials on Monday and Tuesday. And of course a written exam for 90 minutes to get the 6 ECDS points. But okay, we have no business as usual this semester, as we all know. So as long as we need to implement this social distancing, we will have the lecture as podcasts. So I will produce several podcasts per week, approximately 10 to 15 minutes long. And it will be published every Wednesday at around 10 in the morning on our YouTube channel. Since you, I think, already registered in Uni2Works, there is the link to the YouTube channel. Yeah, so stay tuned there, and of course you can consume the podcast whenever you want. But I highly recommend, of course, that you do it in a structured way. So try to block a fixed date, fixed time every week for the podcast, maybe Wednesday morning, and so that you stay tuned. The tutorials, there will be, of course, a weekly Übungsblatt, a weekly exercise sheet with exercises and tasks you usually do offline. And in this case, we will also have a podcast with a Musterlösung. So the solutions will be provided through this podcast. And this is also published on our website, on our YouTube channel, sorry. And again, more or less synchronously with a lecture. So it should be published every Wednesday, maybe in the afternoon. We'll see how we can produce this on time. And if you have questions to these solutions, we will have virtual meetings during the original tutorial dates, Monday and Tuesday, where you can ask questions about the exercises to one of the PhD students. And you can also ask questions to the lectures, but only of the past week. Yeah, so we want to restrict that only to the current or to the past week. So please try to keep up. We won't answer questions that are 1 or 2 weeks or even longer ago. Yeah, so please keep up with the lecture as then you can ask questions there. I already told you all information, all media, all news are linked at our homepage, so regularly visit our homepage. There's the link to the Uni2Work section in to the KDD section in Uni2Work, also posted there. So stay tuned here. All links to the YouTube channel and stuff like that is being posted on the Uni2Work KDD2 section. Okay, and exams. Well, the new news from the last meeting of the Minister President with the Chancellor is that we will be able to have exams. So for sure is that the exams, of course, will take place, but we will, of course, watch the situation carefully, and then we will see, and we will let you know in time or on time when the exams will place. So currently we plan with the last week or of the teaching term or teaching period or the first week after. So keep the weeks around end of July and beginning of August free. Markus Söder told you that or a lot of politicians tell you that summer vacation will not happen this year anyway. So I plan for the exams in the beginning weeks of August. So here are two wishes from my side. Please regularly visit our homepage. You see the link here. And also please regularly visit the KDD section in Uni2Work. the link to this section is on the homepage. So these two things are our prime media to distribute anything we want to distribute, including of course links to the YouTube channel, and also the link to the Discord we'll use to answer your questions and have a kind of forum. You'll find information on these two media, these two sources. So please try to stay tuned here. One very important thing for me is that since we have an online teaching semester, and we thought about some general rules, so that you have to be clear about some general, say, etiquettes, so how you should behave and how you should deal with the whole situation. So this is a kind of general rule text from the institute. So okay, LMU is closed, teaching is happening mostly online, and of course we try our best to work in the usual standards, but of course things may sometimes go wrong, or at least go bad, or something like that. So please be a little bit forgiving with us if things do not work out perfectly. So anyway, and of course we are absolutely open for any constructive feedback if you have some feedback here. We want to also point out these 3 rules here in live meetings, especially during the interactive feedback tutorials. We ask you to responsibly deal with the audio. So the default should be that your audio is off, and also try to be careful with the bandwidth. Maybe you are not the only one in your building or in your whatever rural section that actually streams something. So try to not block the whole bandwidth of your I don't know, of your student dormitory or of your house or whatever. So video only if you need video, typically. Recording redirection of streams by participants is strictly forbidden. So please do not record anything, do not redirect streams. All things we publish here are under copyright, and especially distributing content on other channels is absolutely forbidden, absolutely not allowed. So please don't do that. If you violate one of those rules, you can expect to be expelled from the course. So and we also will reserve the right for further action. So just don't do it. Please don't do it. Okay, so there is another thing we use, not only Uni2Work. I mean, Uni2Work is a platform, as you know, provided by LMU, so it's safe in terms of your private data. I mean, you have to reveal a minimum of private data here, which is necessary for us to manage the course, of course. So it's mandatory, it's necessary that you provide your data here. But we, as you noticed, also use third-party platforms like YouTube and Discord. Well, Discord server will be hosted by us, but of course Discord as a tool, as a software, is not in our hands. So in those cases, those third-party platforms, especially in our case YouTube and Discord, we of course cannot control the storage, the usage, whatever they will be doing with your private data. And we would like to emphasize on this, and that it is not necessary to give away private data to these platforms. So you probably know about a couple of ways to avoid giving away private data in the internet. If you do that, you will not face any disadvantages. That's important to us. So we want to make clear that we are not responsible for your privacy on those third-party platforms. If you take actions to protect your privacy, this will be not to your disadvantage. So you will not have any disadvantages in that case. And if you want to do that, no problem. I highly recommend that, of course. Okay, so that's for all. That's all for the organizational stuff. And if you have any questions, post that in Discord, and we'll try to take care of your questions, of course. And I hope we will have fun anyway in this semester, so I'll try to keep my podcasts as usual. So try to have some stories along the lines, and let's see how this all goes. Okay, stay happy, stay healthy, and implement the isolation, or at least the social distancing. It's important that we stay safe and protect each other. Okay, take care.